Lost. It's WrestleLost. It's WrestleLost. Can you believe it? King Bad God. Oh.
Whoa! I see that, JR. It's triggered. It's Johnny. It's Drew. Can you believe it?
It's going to be a slobber knocker.
As they say, anything can happen on WrestleLost.
Welcome to WrestleLost, folks.
Ah, yes, it's the dance here. It's the WrestleLost Derby cast.
The sniper.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to WrestleLost. And for those of you watching it, it's a hell of a match, but we'll probably talk about that as well right now on Collisions. But to get it going, here's Johnny.
Well, yesterday we had, or actually today, was the first day of the G1 Climax Tournament 33 in Japan, New Japan. We've already had an upset. We had Taichi defeated Will Ospreay in about less than 3 minutes left for the 20-minute time limit, which they kept mentioning during the match, and you could tell that Ospreay is still showing effects from his match with Kenny Omega. He was having some balance issues. Yeah.
You threw me off for a little bit right there when you said in about 3 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh, but then you continued on with your sentence.
Yeah, because see, in years past they've had a 30-minute time limit. This year it's 20-minute time limit, and the goal of that is to make the action more of a quick pace, which we've also already seen our first time limit draw between Ren Narita and Shota Umino. Okada defeated the Great Okan to get his first win. Yoshihashi defeated Kenta, which that was Kenta's for Kenta's continuing on his downward slide after losing the strong never openweight title to Eddie Kingston. Also, despite being attacked before the match by Gabriel Kidd, Chase Owens got the win there. So today was the first matches of Block A and B. Tomorrow's first matches of Block C and D. Now, you can actually watch night 2, or I guess day 2. It actually starts at around, it'll come on at 1 a.m. Eastern, so midnight from where we're at. You can actually watch it for free on njpwworld.com. And you can also see last night's event as well for free.
Definitely check that shit out, man. I wish I wasn't returning to work on Monday, so I could stay up and watch it.
Well, since it comes on at midnight tonight, I might be able to catch a little bit of tonight.
Yeah,
and then finish the rest in the morning. This week, AEW they lost another wrestler who had his contract expire after Fuego del Sol a few weeks ago. Brian Pillman Jr. is no longer with the company, and within the couple of days of that announcement, he was spotted at the Performance Center. So WWE is taking a look at him. I don't know how I feel about that.
Here's what I'm gonna say about it. I don't know how I feel about it either, but the one thing I do know is the last thing you need to do is take a look at him. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
So you're either going to use him or not. It's simple. He doesn't need, like, a tryout.
Well, he actually, if it hasn't officially signed with them yet, he just got an invite to go take a look around and to get to know people.
Okay.
Yeah,
So to me, that sounds more like a formality, like we're gonna ease you in type of thing.
yeah.
But
But
who knows?
well, I, ever since he was his contract expired, he WWE were interested in him, and Bullet Club Gold just got the first fall. 2 out of 3 falls.
Intern's having a
Yeah.
heart attack. He forgot it was a 1-fall match.
Oh, it's 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, he goes, oh, it's 2 out of 3 falls. Thank God.
And it's 16 minutes, so I can see this match going a good 30.
Yeah, I'll say 30 is a good time.
Yeah.
It's already been on 30 nearly.
30 more.
Oh,
Well, almost 25.
26 by my time.
Yes, it's 7:26.
Yes.
We had a loss this week of a wrestler. His name was Mike. I can't think of his last name now, but he played. He was Mantar in WWF in the mid '90s. He passed away at the age of 53, I believe.
It was either 53 or 55, somewhere around that area.
Yeah. And it's funny that, and I know San Freddy just after he had passed away is when I came across his TikTok.
Yeah. Again, another thing that threw me off this
Mike Halleck, that was his name.
another thing that threw me off this weekend, because I woke up doing my normal thing of checking TikTok for hours on end. And I was like, wait a minute. By that point, by the time you sent it to me, I had already known that he passed away. So I was like, this makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, but it's never fun to hear that we've lost another one. And yeah, when I heard another superstar, another WWE star passes away at 50 something, I'm like, who now? Another one that, even though they weren't around, gone, still relatively young, like,
Yeah.
still had a lot more life to live. So
Yeah.
that just sucks, man. And you got Andrew Mantar, badass fucking name. I've always loved the name Mantar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't fun to hear that one either. So, condolences to his family and friends.
And even though WWE had brought him back, they brought back Eric Young back in November. He was never used. Apparently, he's already out the door again. I've heard that they spotted him on a plane to Detroit, which is where Impact Slammiversary is going to be. And apparently, even though he was killed off in the promotion, he's going to be involved in a tag match against Bully Ray and the person that quote killed him. So yeah, Eric Young is gone once again from WWE.
he's back from the dead.
Yeah,
Been resurrected. It's the second.
yeah.
How many wrestlers have actually been resurrected in WWE?
Well, I know Vince has come back like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, after his limo blew up 3 or 4 times. or they dropped a big pile on the bus or something.
When the stage fell on him.
Yeah. Well, Vince has come back 3 or 4 times, so why can't Eric Young? Come on.
Yeah.
I just don't know why WWE would re-sign someone
If they're not going to use him.
and then just never. The thing I heard a lot when WWE re-signed Eric Young was obviously to bring back sanity. A lot of people had all these different ideas of things you could do with Eric Young because he has a legit fan base that will follow him wherever he goes. And they just people that were so excited, they just never did anything with him. And that's something I won't understand.
Okay, now I think we should hit our big discussion because this week AEW actually laid out rules for their wrestlers as far as matches go. And Freddie, I don't know if you've seen this or you had the whole list with you, but there's certain moves that have been banned from AEW, such as buckle bombs or uh, backward moves towards the turnbuckle, uh, any kind of like tombstones from the or pile drivers from the turnbuckle.
I did hear that a certain set of moves were banned, but not everything that has been listed has been banned. Not to the point that many people are making it seem that this is going to water down AEW.
Right, because they also came out with a list of a bunch of stuff that they can still do. They just got to get permission from the coaches and the referees before they do them. Like certain like spots from like when Sting decides to jump off the stage or any ladder spots or chair spots. No more chair shots, unprotected chair shots to the head. I mean, that's a given, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, and other like even top rope spots like moonsaults and 360s and 480s and shooting star presses. You have to get permission.
Yeah. But there's been worse things that we have seen in AEW. So all of these that are being said that you have to run by Tony Khan for them to get pre-approved before you want to use them in a match. It's a formality.
Yeah,
It's just so the match and the spot is a little bit more planned out, more safe in the end. But AEW is still gonna make it look as badass as they've ever have.
yeah.
So
And there's other spots like no more interactions with the crowd. You can't spit in the crowd or throw bloody objects in the crowd.
man,
Take anyone's drinks, MJF.
I mean, he wouldn't do that right now because we all know why.
Yeah, we'll talk
So
about
no
that.
more of a hangman stealing somebody's beer.
Nope. Can't do that anymore unless it's a planned spot. If you know somebody out in the crowd has been told ahead of time.
What they could do is go before Hangman's about to come have his segment and just be like, okay, who's willing to have their beer drunk by Hangman and Adam Page? And I bet you everybody in the front would be like, fuck yeah. Let's make this shit happen. So yeah, it would either have to be planned right before, or they're going to have to put someone out there, a plant.
So what about John bleeding every match?
And
That can never be planned.
yeah, well, if it's unintentional bleeding, they can't.
Well, I know,
They're
but John
not-
Moxley bleeds every match, whether it's intentional or not.
And they're really not supposed to bleed anymore. But yeah,
John does it every night, every
it
match.
happens.
It's John Moxley, man.
I think some wrestlers won't have to get clearance like Moxley.
Uh,
Also, one spot that they're no longer allowed to do is any seizure spots. Danielson can no longer fake a seizure, which I think is good in my opinion, because that just scares the hell out of everybody.
Kind of, yes.
And they can't do a fencing spot to where like the last thing before you faint is like throw your arms in the air. They can't do that anymore.
Yeah. That UFC knockout spot
Yeah,
where your arms go stiff
yeah,
and you just fall straight to the ground. Yeah, you can't do that anymore. Me personally, I didn't have a problem with like the seizure spots just because I know if it was an actual seizure, they would know the difference
yeah.
and know that it was planned or not. So me, I didn't have the biggest of problems with it, but I could understand why some people would. So the fact that it's on the list doesn't surprise me, but I never had a problem with it.
Yeah, it's kind of like WWE used to have the deal where only Kane or Undertaker could do the tombstone. Nobody else could do it, just them two.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
Seth was the only one that was supposed to do the buckle bomb, but because he knew how to do it, other people didn't.
Except for that time that he paralyzed Sting.
Yeah. Because
Except for that time.
as soon as you said Seth Rollins and his buckle bomb, I'm like, but then there was that one time.
But they still allowed him to do it. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't know Sting was going to get injured.
right.
Yeah. Some things you just can't control.
Right.
And this is a sport after all. So we just have to keep that shit in mind. And like, even though there is this new list of stuff that has been banned or that has to be approved, accidents are still going to happen. We can't ban everything.
Right.
Right.
Look
Yeah,
at Ray
but
Phoenix when he went through the table and broke his arm. You can't project that. He
Yeah.
went through the table perfectly. His arm just happened to be
But this is
that
different.
time.
This is different from WWE, where in WWE they don't even give you the option to ask for permission. They just say, "No, you can't do this spot. You can't do that spot."
Unless it's certain people. Or unless it was certain people.
Unless if they truly trust you.
Right.
Right.
Which I know there are some people on that list. So, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to move on.
Okay.
So, one more thing is that AEW they're working behind the scenes with Warner Brothers Discovery to get a new deal, which is I think maybe where this comes from. This new banning moves and getting permission for moves. Something that Warner Brothers Discovery has suggested that they want monthly pay-per-views. And now, if this happens, I can see them taking them to max, because we're not in the attitude era anymore. I'm not paying $50 a month for a pay-per-view anymore. Like, those days are over.
Look, man, You wouldn't have to. You would only have to pay half of that.
Well, yeah, because with the VPN, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, because we would be getting together for this shit.
Hmm.
Like I'm look, I love AEW.
But if they're going for monthly, yeah,
I
don't pay
can't
50
pay
bucks a month
50
for
a
that.
month.
Yeah, and that I could see them putting them on Max.
Yeah.
like
With
like WWE does with Peacock.
right, whether you get them with the Max subscription, or maybe if you buy them for a lower cost through the Max app, like UFC, they have an app, but you still have to pay for their pay-per-views,
Yeah.
which is I think what WWE want to try in the future as well. So we'll see where that goes. They still have yet to announce where All In is going to be broadcast on.
If they do for some reason end up doing monthly pay-per-views, I wouldn't mind it being on Max. And if they were to say you just have to pay a lower amount,
Right. Let's say
like
like
$20,
$10 a month.
even 20.
Yeah.
I would pay 20 a month
Yeah.
for an AEW pay-per-view, even 30, you know?
Uh-huh.
That would be
Or you-
like my
Or you can do it
most.
like on Prime, like they do. Like you have to pay for some movies on Prime, whereas what I was talking about Prime Video.
Yeah.
Do it like that, where it's $20 for each pay per view on Prime instead of 50.
Yeah.
Something like
That
that.
I wouldn't mind because you're a business, all right?
Right.
But if you're gonna do it monthly, yeah, I'm gonna need a lower price on that because I can't. I would feel obligated to because I love AEW,
Ooh.
but yeah, sorry, I got distracted by a two that I had to look up at.
It was close. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, I wouldn't mind paying a monthly 2025 for AEW pay-per-view. Do it $20 for regular, $25 for HD, because I know they like charging a little bit more for HD.
actually, they don't do that on DirecTV.
Oh, they don't?
DirecTV is the same price for standard or HD.
Huh. I'm getting screwed then. Well, I was.
You were.
Not anymore. Because, well, I won't say why. We've said it plenty of times.
Well, Andrew you said a word and it made me think of something else. He said Prime.
Ah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna go there. Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right.
The FDA is investigating Prime
Oh,
Prime
yeah.
Energy drink
Not
because
Prime Hydration,
not Prime Hydration, Prime Energy,
which
because
is the one I've tried.
but they're saying that it's being marketed the same way to kids as the hydration is. That supposedly parents don't know the difference. Prime Energy comes in a can. Prime Hydration comes in a bottle.
Yeah.
Prime
But-
Energy has like twice the caffeine of a Monster.
It's twice the caffeine as much, 6 times. You have to drink 6 cans of Coke to get as much caffeine as one Prime Energy.
Right.
And they say it's not to be used for kids, people under 18. But come on, if kids see Logan Paul drinking it, they're gonna drink it too.
I just like really good tasting drinks,
Yeah,
and it tastes good to me. I'm sorry.
but that's the hydration, though. We're
Yeah,
talking
that's
the
hydration.
energy.
Yeah. But also okay, so I no longer drink energy drinks,
Yeah,
but I used to. And one of my
I still do.
go-tos was Red Bull.
Yeah.
I love the taste of Red Bull. And yes, did I move on from regular Red Bull to sugar-free at one point? Yeah. but now I've just given them up altogether. I have the occasional one, like every 6 months, just because I miss the taste of
Yeah.
it.
I like the coffee energy drinks, like Java Monster or
I used to have those a lot too.
the Starbucks double shot.
Yeah, I used to have those
I
too.
usually have one of those
Oh,
in the morning
Yeah,
when I work.
I used to drink the double shots too.
I usually have one of those when I work in the mornings.
Double shots are good.
Yeah,
But yeah, I I know they're finding themselves in a lot of problems over it right now, but they're also trying to defend themselves as much as they can, because one of the other things that came out, and I don't know if y'all heard about this. Okay, cool, we're tied up.
I know 1-1
One
yeah.
one.
with the Shatter Machine. Oh, I
Yes.
don't know if it's called that.
It's a big rig.
Yeah, the big rig, whatever it's called.
Yeah. So one of the other things that
First
they
commercial.
that Logan and KSI had to defend themselves on a little bit from this is people in Canada were getting on Logan and KSI's back because they were selling Prime in Canada.
Yeah,
They were like, we don't distribute in Canada. So if you do find it over there, it's a
Ew.
redistributor. Somebody
Right.
bought them and they're reselling them over there. So, hey, they're I know that doesn't protect them as much as they think, but at least they can clear their name in Canada because they don't sell it over there. And like they said, if you do find it, it's because of a redistributor. So you can't blame them on that. But everything else, yeah, as far as Prime Energy, you just either gonna have to modify what you're doing with it or give it up altogether, at least for that part of it. Just keep the hydration.
yeah. Because I know, like the body armor, I know they have an energy drink, but they don't. You don't see advertisements for the energy drink. You don't see advertisements for the
Hydration.
hydration. Yeah,
Yeah. Me personally, I would just stick to hydration,
yeah,
but maybe make it a little less dangerous
Mhm.
and you can continue on with energy as well. But not a lot of people are going to trust it after these last couple of months.
yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, that is that. What's up, Zach? I don't know if you had anything else for the news.
No, that was it.
All right. Well, now that we've made it through the news, I'm going to go over to Johnny and get his moment for WWE this week.
For me this week, there really wasn't, to me, that much in ring wise that was, I'm not gonna say good, but was really worth talking about. I guess the biggest thing was last night they had a 4-way uh, for the to see who's gonna face Austin Theory for the U.S. title. It's like one of those little tournaments they're doing where they have a 4-way this week and a 4-way next week. So this week it was Santos Escobar, Butch, AJ Styles, and Grayson Waller. It was a good match. Had a lot of action in it. Saw some cool spots like the sunset power bomb. Um, and towards the end, it looked like Grayson Waller was going to win because uh, AJ was distracted by Karrion Kross on the Tron. He was beating up on the OC in the back, him and Scarlett, and Uh, and I thought, and it looked like Grayson Waller was going to get the win, but in true Latino World Order fashion, Santos Escobar went in there and stole the victory. So he's going to move on, and then next week, the four-way is going to be between Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Cameron Grimes, and LA Knight.
Yeah.
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 You know what? No offense to the other guys, I'll be damned if LA Knight doesn't win that.
It's definitely not gonna be Ray
No,
because Santos just won this week.
right? Yeah,
It has to be Santos versus LA Knight,
yes, yeah.
and I'm gonna be torn on that one because the LA Knight character is a very good character,
Yeah,
very entertaining.
LA Knight he's organically got himself over.
Yeah,
The fans love him.
yeah,
I mean, that last Friday he had a dark segment on SmackDown where he beat up on Hit Row, and that clip got more hits on social media, on YouTube and Twitter than anything Bloodline related from last week.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
yeah.
He wasn't even on the show last week.
No,
In the dark match, and he got more clips.
he was in the dark segment. Yeah,
In the show.
Yeah, and then everybody who wasn't at the arena who just watched it on TV, one of the main questions that were asked last week is, where the hell is LA Knight?
Yeah.
Normally when someone misses a week, we don't really question it. But then there's LA Knight who he's so over that people are worried.
Yeah, he got the where's Poochie effect.
Yeah. Yeah. People are so worried when he's gone for 1 week that they start to question, where is LA Knight? So, yeah, I was quite surprised that, no, I wouldn't say surprised because I think he's really good and he doesn't get the credit he deserves ever since making the move to the main roster. But I was plenty surprised when Santos won. But I am happy that he won. So, yeah, I can't wait to see him versus LA Knight. And I'm going to be very torn that week, man.
If we ever do see The Rock in the future, I just want him to come and beat up on Grayson Waller.
Yeah. Hey, for a second there, I was fooled. I thought Grayson was going to win.
Yeah.
But then Santos came off the top rope.
Yeah. Yeah, Santos got that splash.
Yeah.
Last second.
Yeah. So I was happy for Santos, man. I'm glad he got that win.
Yeah.
And hell yeah, that was a good moment there. So now that we got Johnny's moment in there, I'm gonna go over to Drew and get his moment for WWE this week.
Well, we're going to go back to talking about the guy we were talking about before, Logan Paul. Basically, he got called out by Ricochet, and they went back and forth. And basically, Ricochet pulled the same move on Logan that he pulled on Velveteen Dream back in NXT a couple years ago when he did
We don't
the
say
flip.
that name anymore.
Whatever.
We saying it here, but
Yeah.
he doesn't matter anymore.
The
Yeah.
dream is
He's
over.
canceled.
Oh, dream over.
He's canceled. Anyway.
Yeah, and actually, Logan looked impressed. And then Logan tried to take a shot at Ricochet, and Ricochet turned it around on him. So, we're going to see those two at WrestleMania. SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, yeah.
SummerSlam. And it'll probably be high flying, good match all the way around. And good for Ricochet because
Yeah.
pretty much anybody that works with a celebrity these days and show they can work good with the celebrity have been treated well by WWE. Because if you go back to last year's WrestleMania, who worked with a celebrity? It was Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
And this year, Sami Zayn highlighted WrestleMania as the main event one night.
Yeah. So
This year's WrestleMania, Seth Rollins worked with Logan Paul, and he gets rewarded by being World Heavyweight Champ.
all
Then
very
at
good.
Backlash, Damian Priest worked well with Freddie's favorite, Bad Bunny. And what did he get rewarded with?
I will
Money in
shut
the Bank.
this shit down.
Money in the Bank. So this could be good for Ricochet
I hope so.
because he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be one of the best high flyers in WWE.
I know it's early, but I could see them giving Ricochet the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It would take a little bit more of a build for him to seem a little bit more credible to win the Rumble. But if you want to start that off by giving him a win over Logan Paul, I think right now Ricochet needs the win more than Logan.
Oh yeah.
Logan's gonna be fine. And that's weird to say. Because we all know what Ricochet can do. It's just the lack of build and confidence that WWE has put into him that you need to rebuild him back up a little bit. So, yeah, I would say getting him a win here over Logan would definitely start to do that. And just keep on riding that wave. And yeah, I would believe him winning the Rumble if done right. He's got the muscle because, like, even though he is a high flyer, he's not necessarily a leaner guy. He's got a good build to him.
Yes.
So it would seem credible to me. But hell yeah, that was.
He's built a lot like Finn Balor.
Yeah. I would say he's even built more than Finn.
And they're looking at putting Finn as top guy. Why not Ricochet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I said it a long time ago because I am truly a fan of Ricochet. I just need them to do right by him. So getting him a win over Logan here, like I said, would be the best way to do it. The best way to start it off. Hell yeah. That was a good moment too. As far as my moment for WWE this week, I want to give props to Shotzi Blackheart last night for having the fucking courage and balls to, in a video package, shave her head because of what was done to her the week before, to where they clipped some of her hair off. And this was more along the lines of, do you think I'm insane?
I'll show you insane.
I'll show you insane, motherfuckers.
That was a good video of her back there doing that. And her
Yeah.
laugh and got this good laughing. Ha ha. It was funny.
It felt
It was
to
great.
me that it had Seth Rollins trembling in his boots. This was just badass. And I really did like her green hair. I thought it was a really good look for her. I can't wait to see what she fully looks like because she still has spots on her. Like she didn't fully shave all of it off, but whenever she shows up next week,
Wouldn't it be
I
crazy if
fully
she had like
expect her to.
little green spots here, here, and here, 3 or 4 of them hanging down?
I don't think that would be the best look.
No, I didn't say it'd be the best look. I said, wouldn't she look crazy by doing that?
Yes,
It would intimidate the locker room, I'm sure.
but
It would look intimidating.
I would think it would look a lot better if it was just full blown.
You want to go G.I. Jane on them?
Yeah, just full GI Jane to the skull, like just all the way gone.
That reminded me of when I said that. Reminded me of keep my wife's name out of your damn mouth. Oh.
But yeah, man. Look, Shotzi coming out there and just being an ultimate badass and doing this on air or on a video package was pretty badass. But then there's the other side of it.
Right, why she did it.
And this
Why
is
she did it.
yes. Why she did it is very respectable. And I would do this even if I do it anyways because I can't grow hair anymore,
I know the feeling.
like we've said. But her sister is going through chemotherapy right now. She has cancer. And she did it for her sister. A lot of people have done that. And they surprise their family members when they do it. This was something that Shotzi planned to do, and she came to WWE, and they just decided to work it into the storyline.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it. I love the way she went through with this, and the way she put it into storyline. It works, and I love it. But then there are those who love to talk shit before they know the full story.
Yeah.
I have screenshots, and this is someone that I've brought up before. I haven't brought him up a lot, but I think Andrew is going to recognize the name. If y'all even remember, because it's been a very long time since I've mentioned this name on here. JD from New York. JD from New York on Twitter. Whatever his podcast is called, I really don't give a fuck because I don't listen to it.
Yeah.
All I know is this is the guy's name. So right after Shotzi shaved her head, and they showed that a little bit, he went to Twitter and he said, they had Shotzi shave all her hair off. My God. Guaranteed that's a Vince McMahon call. There are just some creative decisions you don't make most of the time. That's one of them. Not as offensive, but it gets worse. So
That's all he said. I can understand because he didn't know the true story yet.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Before I read the rest of these, he claims that he didn't know because he doesn't keep an eye on Twitter 24/7, which nobody can really do it 24/7. But if that is your main job, if that's what you do, maybe you should pay attention a little bit more and maybe try and clear up some details before you let us know how you really feel. Because some people went to Twitter and all they really said to him was, well, she's doing it because of her sister and in love of her sister and in support for her fight against cancer. And then he said, fucking clueless geeks in this thread after 5 minutes. She wanted to do it. Do you know her personally? Shave her head for a story that nobody gives a shit about, with no long-term value for a woman WWE never pushed and will never push, especially with a shaved head. They've had quite a bit of women in WWE that rocked the shaved head that were involved in some pretty major storylines.
Serena Deeb.
Thank you. With CM Punk.
Yes.
God, I'm trying to I can picture her, but I can't remember her name. It's been a good while. But there have been a couple in WWE.
Didn't Oksana, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oksana did it once. So to say that this won't work in WWE, you don't know that shit.
Well, this isn't the same WWE from 10 years ago with Vince in charge running everything.
Yeah. So then after that, he said, I've upset some people tonight in the wrestling space because I don't live on Twitter 24/7. Some of you who say I take shit too seriously should look in a mirror. I don't give a fuck if I upset you. Tune into the live stream after the show is over. I'll give you all the content you want. And then laughing emojis and stuff like that. Here's where I have a problem with it. My thoughts. If you don't like this as a storyline, I understand not everybody is going to love everything. If this doesn't work for you as a storyline, cool. But the fact that he's saying that he didn't know that this is why she was doing it until hours after the show ended, until it had been hours after what he posted. It's bullshit. Because if it wasn't around, people wouldn't have been telling you that this is why she was doing it. I just the main reason it gets to me is because sometimes you just have to pay attention and maybe look around before you say some things. And even if you said it before you really knew about what was the real reason she was doing it, maybe offer an apology of some sorts over why you're still talking the way you're talking. He's still not giving a fuck.
Okay. Here's my take on that.
All right.
The first thing he said I can understand because he didn't know
Yes.
what the storyline is. But anything after that, I think he realized, hey, I can be controversial and get clicks and views.
and that's why. Okay.
That's why he's acting like he don't give a shit.
I don't know.
He can be controversial and get clicks and views.
I don't know how familiar you guys are with JD.
No.
I don't listen.
I've never
to
seen him. I've never watched him, so I don't know.
I just
a couple of times
clips.
on here you talked about him.
I just see clips. And 9 times out of 10, the clips that I see are of him either talking down stuff like this, blaming everything on Vince, which fair enough, because that's been done a lot.
We do that all the time.
Yeah, we do that all the time. And this is more on other people. I really haven't seen much of this. I've seen a little bit of it, but they're saying he's a bit of a racist. That it's, sorry, Andrew, white entitlement. Like he believes that he's better than everybody else.
You know it.
He calls Hispanics stuff that he shouldn't be calling Hispanics. I'm not going to say it on here. He calls black people like stuff that they shouldn't be called. I'm not going to say those things on here either. But that is just the vibes that he puts off. He claims that he knows everything. He claims that he's very knowledgeable. And he says that even though y'all are telling me this is why she was doing this, y'all are in the wrong. Because if I didn't know about it, then it's not possible that you knew about it. But yet you said, I'm not on Twitter looking for this stuff. So you're contradicting yourself there. Because you say you're in the know, but yet you didn't fact check or anything. You just kept on talking shit. And that's where people are thrown off with him right now, because even after he got told the information, he's still calling it as bullshit. And again, if that is not for you that she shaved her head, cool. Not everything is for everyone.
Yeah.
But apologize for not realizing that some of the stuff you have said is hurtful towards her sister, towards her family. That is the main reason people are wanting an apology. Not over the initial comment. It's over
The shit afterwards.
the shit after. And that's what he doesn't understand. I've been on Twitter and I've seen what's been said. And yeah, I believe she deserves, her family as a whole deserves an apology. To talk so much shit on something when you didn't know why she was doing it, and still not offer up apologies or acknowledge that you were wrong. That's why people are looking at you and talking about you the way that they are. Because you are an asshole. You are racist. And we don't give a fuck. We will tell you. Just like you don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck. And I've been on there talking shit, man. I've been going back and forth. And guess what? Guess who's deleting his tweets? Yeah, JD. Guess who's been editing his tweets to make it sound like he didn't say it like he did? JD. So either man up and apologize, or don't say shit at all. At this point, don't say shit at all. Save us the headaches. But yeah, over a moment that in my eyes is so badass, for it to end up with this type of a discussion over some fucking idiot who can't understand that maybe you shouldn't have taken it as far as you did. That's why I brought it up. it didn't sour the moment for me. I still love the moment. I just wish it wouldn't have ended up that way because it ruined an amazing moment. Not only for the character of Shotzi, but for what she was trying to do for her sister. So, but still,
There's Shotzi's
props to
future haircut on
Shotzi.
TV.
What?
Shotzi's future haircut is on TV.
Yeah. I mean, eventually it's going to start growing out like that. But
Also, by the way, FTR retained their titles.
After an hour and 5-minute match.
fair enough. I knew FTR was going to retain, but I was in the middle of a little bit of a tangent there, so now we mentioned it.
But is he going to hear it?
Probably not.
No.
I mean, we can clip and shit, but
Yeah,
but he's also been blocking people left and right,
uh-huh.
so I might be blocked by now.
Well, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you.
I'll have to check.
You'll have to make a clip and tag him.
Yeah, if I'm not blocked, fuck yeah, I'll do it. So I'm gonna. You know what? I don't even think he can block me because I don't follow him. So, fuck it. I might still be able to do it.
Yeah, because you can still tag people you don't follow.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. So yeah, props to Shotzi. I admire what you did, and I can't wait to see how much more of a badass you look like with your new fucking G.I. Jane haircut. Because guess what? We all rock that shit around here. So now that we've made it through our moments of WWE, I'm gonna go over to Johnny and get his moment for AEW, and I'll be right back.
Well, of course, like always, there was just so many moments this week that we could talk about. So I'm gonna bring up a moment because I feel like one of you is gonna bring up the other main thing that happened this week, and that's the main event segment on Dynamite, which wasn't the match. Actually, Nick Wayne and Swerve got the main event match on Dynamite, but the main event segment was finding out who the fifth member was going to be for Blood and Guts for each side for the Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite. So it starts out with Don Callis coming out with his new brown noise entrance music. I mean, basically, that's all it is. If y'all remember that old episode of South Park with the brown noise, if you shit yourself when Don Callis came out, it's his fault. But anyway, so yeah, Don Callis comes out, and and once before he could even say anything, Kenny Omega comes out, and it was almost like a trap was set because Kenny came in the ring, and all of a sudden he was just jumped by the BCC. Moxley and Claudio Wheeler Yuta and Takeshita all came and started jumping on it, and all of a sudden we get the fifth member for BCC comes out, and it's Pac, which honestly that wasn't someone that I saw coming because they had been teasing Jericho the last couple weeks, and even that night Jericho still wasn't sure whether he was going to join or not. Jake Hager even gave Jericho his hat, and I know he loves that hat.
Love that hat.
So Pac came out and then he joined in the beatdown. They were going to Pillmanize him, but before they could, they asked Kenny, "Do you have anything else to say?" And he talks in the mic. He said, "Yeah, look at the screen." And then the screen, there's a video package that says, "He's coming, Blood and Guts," and it's Kota Ibushi, Kota Ibushi is going to be the 5th member for the Elite, which now makes him the Golden Elite because Kenny Omega and Ibushi had a tag team in New Japan called they called themselves the Golden Lovers. So yeah, that's going to be your 5-on-5 match for Blood and Guts this Wednesday night, and I can't wait. It's going to be a good match.
What did you think of it being Pac and
Pac, I'm fine with it. I mean, I was surprised by it, but it does make sense because Pac was involved in the series of trio matches for the titles of the Elite and then Death Triangle, and they did almost blind him, which caused him to miss action for a few months. So I could see why he wants to get his revenge, and I honestly think Pac is suited for the BCC.
Yes.
Yeah. Pac is definitely suited for BCC, and there's the history there. Again, over unfortunate injuries, but that caused him to have to be away for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I say a little bit, but it was a good while. So yeah, I understand. I understand Pat being there, and the reuniting Golden Lovers. Come on, for the Golden Elite, bro.
Yeah.
It was gonna happen sooner or later, and that was the rumor going into this.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people were speculating. So,
And he's not. He hasn't officially been signed with AEW yet. I have a feeling though after this match, I think we will see that All Elite graphic.
maybe we will.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't, because he's had some really bad times with trying to keep a legit contract lately.
Yeah. He left New Japan because he was having issues with behind the scenes.
Yeah. So one of the things I heard is he's not really wanting to sign. He's just wanting to float and work.
And that's fine. He can do that too.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you get paid, that's what's up. And hell yeah, fucking Willow getting the win.
Willow has won the women's Owen Hart tournament.
Dude, I love Willow.
Yes.
I wasn't too sure of her whenever she was coming in, but she grew on me. So,
Yeah.
hell yeah. I fucking love this shit.
Months away.
But yeah, man. Blood and Guts coming up. And it being
Look at Tony. Look at Tony. With the cowboy hat.
What in the hell, bro? That is a choice.
Where they at? Oh, they are in Calgary, aren't they?
Yes.
That's why.
Calgary, it's a Calgary Stampede.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. I love it though. That shit is funny. But yeah, man.
Did he get that from JR?
Nah, it doesn't look like that would be the one that
Don't
one
forget
of the
your belt,
ones
lady.
JR would wear. But hell yeah, props to Willow for winning the Owen Hart women's tournament. But yeah, dude, I can't wait for Blood and Guts. It's going to be violent as all hell. And I can't wait to see that shit. Just like I can't wait to see Ricky Starks versus CM Punk, which is going to happen soon. But before we talk about that here in a bit, if we don't end before it, that is. I'm gonna go over to Drew and get his moment for AEW this week.
Well, Johnny mentioned it, but come on, the debut of Nick Wayne. Even though
yeah.
he didn't get the win, the kid's impressive, very impressive, and he worked with one of the best workers in
Yeah.
the company. That's Swerve, who's quick, tough, and he held his own with him. He proved he needs to be here, which is
Well,
why AEW signed him 2 years ago.
Yeah,
He
that was
16
done by
years old.
that was done by design because both Darby and Swerve worked with
Wayne
Nick
before.
Wayne over the years.
Yeah. And it also helped with the rivalry between Darby and Swerve.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the kid. I think he can go far.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, he lost the Defy title to Kenta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said this whenever the match was about to start because I know Kevin watches AEW, so I was talking to him about it. And I would say it was maybe about 10 to 15 minutes before that match was even going to start. I messaged Zach and I told him, you might want to put on AEW. And I was like, there's this kid, Nick Wayne, got signed 1.5 to 2 years ago. Was told he couldn't come into the company though until he turned 18. Just turned 18, and he's about to have his first match against Swerve.
Right. His birthday was Monday. He had his
Yeah.
first match on
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. AEW did not want to
Not
wait.
wait.
And I don't blame them. This is just the start.
Yeah.
He did enough to where those who hadn't seen him, he got their attention, but he also left a lot to be seen as well.
Yes.
And I just can't wait, man. You know what? I wouldn't have been mad if BCC would have came out and would have been like, you know what? Blood and Guts, we got Nick Wayne. Imagine that shit.
I mean, yeah, because previously, up until now, I've seen him in wrestle matches in GCW, and
Yeah.
GCW is like the modern day ECW. Anything goes.
Okay, this is the best way I can describe GCW. They looked at what AEW just did this week, band moves and everything, and said, hold our collective beers. Watch us.
Yeah.
GCW is no fucking joke. We've been there.
Yeah.
We've seen this shit live. It is no joke, man.
Yeah, we've seen them using light tubes and not just tables but doors.
Doors.
Yes.
They don't budge.
They get a full pane of glass and they put chairs on each corner of the glass and drive each other through the glass.
Yeah. Yeah. So, moral of the story is keep your eyes on Nick Wayne because you haven't
He's going to be a star.
nothing yet.
Yes.
People have been saying he's wrestling. Yeah, I agree.
You know what? I would put him in a tag team with Hook.
Yeah. Those two right there are the future of this sport.
Yes.
And I know I've said this to Johnny, and I'm pretty sure Andrew was around whenever I said it. He is like Will Ospreay.
Hmm.
What Will Ospreay used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then some. So I can't wait.
Yeah. Kind of like a young Will Ospreay. I see that.
Yeah. He is a young Will Ospreay. So I can't wait to see what he does in the future. It's all there.
Well, I feel sorry for these kids.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know what's coming, man. So for my moment in AEW, look here, man. Just when you think that you can't love Adam Cole and MJF even more, MJF claimed that he was sick. That he wasn't going to be able to make it through this match just because it was Big Bill and Brian Cage.
Yeah.
And fair enough, because they are brick houses. So I get it. I get why MJF would try and pull this stunt. But in the end, bro, it's you and Adam Cole versus the world. And they fucking got this shit down. They might have struggled, but they got the win.
MJF got the body slam on Big Bill.
Yeah.
I've
MJF
never
got
seen
the body
such a big
slam.
pop for a simple body slam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The simplest of moves getting a good fucking pop. And what I like the most is the tactics that are being used, because Adam Cole being complete babyface before this and him not wanting to cheat to win or use dirty tactics,
Yeah.
but using eye pokes,
Mhm.
starting to use eye pokes and shit like that. Yeah, you can see the influence that MJF is having on Adam Cole in this story. And likewise, because of the video package we got as well.
Yes, I was going to bring that up. We can't talk about the MJF and Adam Cole without talking about the video package.
So they're at a bar and they're having drinks. They're doing what anybody does at a bar. We getting drinks. And before I move on, holy shit, Zach, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, bro. You are fucking awesome. Thanks
Appreciate
for that.
that.
Thank you.
And if you got a subscription, please thank Zach in the chat.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, bro. But yeah, MJF laying eyes on 4 beautiful ladies and telling Adam Cole, hey, 2 for you, 2 for me. And Adam's like, hey man, look, I love Britt, so this is all you, bro. And that's when MJF is like, ladies, would you like to follow me to El Baño? And, cut to a little bit later, and here comes MJF zipping up his pants. Oh, man. Yeah, just like Zach said, goddamn, I need to be MJF's friend.
Yeah, and then Adam Cole telling MJF, well, I'll wear the shirt if you do what I want to do next. And he whispers in his ear, like, no, I don't want to do that. And then it cuts to the next scene. They're playing AEW Fight Forever.
And that one little spot probably sold 10,000 games.
Yeah.
And like MJF starting to have fun playing the game. He's like I never knew playing video games would be this much fun. Adam Cole was like have you never played multiplayer before? MJ was like, he started to like mumble. He's like, well, you need friends for that. And Adam Cole paused the game, and he's like MJF's like tugging at people's heartstrings, like because he never had friends, and so Adam Cole tells MJF, to be honest with you, I was going to turn on you when we first started this team. And MJF's like, I was going to do the same thing. And I started laughing. And then Adam tells MJF that he's cool, and MJF says the same thing. So this friendship is starting to mean a lot to MJF.
It's starting to mean a lot to both of them.
Yes.
And then there's the added thing of Britt blowing up Adam Cole's phone
Yeah.
after seeing some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but yeah, Britt has nothing to worry about. I'm
And
very
Roddy
much loving this.
And Roddy getting suspicious.
Yeah, Roddy's gonna Roddy. He's gonna try and have.
Actually, I think Roddy's starting to get jealous.
Yeah, either that or he just knows how much of a weasel MJF is deep down, and is just trying to look out for Adam. But I love the way they're playing this story. It's my favorite thing going on in AEW right now.
Yes.
And it's not quite there yet, but depending on how this next week
It's
goes,
yeah, I know what you're gonna say. It's almost bloodline levels.
yes, to me, this could be, if not rivalry, and maybe even better than the bloodline stuff.
No, it ain't better than Bloodline stuff. I'm sorry,
Well, Roman wasn't on TV this week, so
but
Yeah.
Bloodline stuff has been developing for 3 years now. So no, it needs a long way to go to rival the Bloodline. It's a
But
good start,
But it's been a very good 3 weeks.
right? But it's not 3 years worth of future storyline, future booking, everything.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's been fucking solid as hell.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. And just like with the bloodline, where we like, okay, we can't wait to see what happens on Friday with the bloodline. That's the same thing. I can't wait for Wednesday to see what else happens.
So we saw FTR win their match tonight. So the winner of the match between MJF, Adam Cole, and Big Bill and
No.
oh wait, so
Sammy and Dan.
sorry, I forgot. Sammy
Garcia.
Guevara and Daniel Garcia. The winner of that match is going to face FTR 2 weeks from tonight on the 29th on Collision. So it's going to be. You can already tell that Adam Cole and MJF are going to win that match on Dynamite.
I don't know. I still don't know.
Because I think they're going to wait for the turn till they get to the tag match, the tag title match with FTR. But the question is, who's going to turn on who first?
Oh, you know MJF's going to turn.
Yeah, I'm sure
He
he
has
will.
to. He has to.
And that'll
remain
set
the
up.
heel.
And that'll set up the match. I have a feeling they'll have the title match at Wembley for All In.
It won't be all out.
I think that's going to be safe for MJF and Punk.
Sounds like they could pull that off, but it's going to be a hell of a couple of weeks still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just happy with how this story is going. And if it does end soon, like Johnny says, it's a great story they told in such little time. So, hell yeah. I fucking love that shit. So, yeah, lots of great moments there from AEW. Lots of hilarious moments from MJF and Adam Cole. And lots of serious moments in WWE as well. Unfortunately, the one we had to discuss, but that's only one asshole's opinion. So we won't let it get to us as much as it did. So yeah, CM Punk and Ricky Starks is happening right now. Doesn't look like we're gonna get to finish this match while we're on the air. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this so we can focus on the match. It is time to stump the brain.
Okay. In the last 10 years, and we're not counting 2016 because the title was defended in that Rumble, only 3 men who've won the Rumble have won their Mania match. Can you name them?
Okay, well, let me go back and think.
Yeah, 3 out of 10. That's kind of not good odds to win the Rumble and not win the
No.
match.
Well, 3 out of 9, actually.
Yeah, 3 out of 9.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can break this down. I can say it wasn't 2014 because Daniel Bryan wasn't in the Rumble. And of course, 2016, that was when Triple H had the title going into Mania, and he won the.
Well, that was the Rumble that
the title
Rumble
was
defended.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Roman defended, but Triple H won it, and then Roman won it back at WrestleMania that year, but that didn't count, like you said. Oh, I can tell you this sure it wasn't Cody.
Nope, wasn't Cody.
Sorry, Cody. Okay. Well, in 2020 we had Drew McIntyre. That was one.
That was one.
In 2019, Seth Rollins. He won.
Yes.
One more. It wasn't Brock because he lost his match last year. He wasn't Shinsuke in 2018. He lost. Okay. John Cena.
No.
He won the Rumble in 2013.
Right. That wasn't the last 10 Rumbles. That was the 11th Rumble ago. The one you're missing is 2017.
Randy Orton?
Randy Orton won.
Oh. You know what? I don't know why I was thinking going back to 2010. I don't know why. Okay.
John Cena fucked you over. I'm just throwing that out there because I can.
Yeah, it was Drew, Seth, and Randy.
Yeah.
In 17, 19, and 20.
17, 19, 20.
So
Yeah.
Only 3 people in
Yeah.
the last 10 years. Man. That's one of the really odd stats.
Yeah, that is quite the odd stat. But hey, he talked it out for 2/3 of it. And
He did it better than I would have done if I didn't look it up.
yeah. But then
See, I already knew like all the I know all the Rumble winners. So yeah,
but then unfortunately,
yeah,
like he does from time to time because of Andrew. John Cena rears his fucking ugly head and just has to ruin it. If I'm probably still gonna be the only one mad at John Cena, but that's fine. One quick thing that I just saw, and this was posted an hour ago. Did y'all notice anybody in the front row of Collision yet?
no,
I'm trying to see if he's not on Cam's side because I can see he's front row in this picture. David Benoit is there.
Interesting.
Someone has a picture because I have it right here. And if I had a little bit more time, I would email him and put it on here. But I'll put it on our Facebook page as well.
I know David Benoit is a trained wrestler.
Yes, he is. And he has said many times that he is not opposed to coming out to his dad's music. So, just saying, Tony, if you're ballsy enough, let's get the ball rolling on this shit.
Get on the phone to Our Lady Peace.
There you go. Just a little something fun to end on. So, like always, if you have any questions or comments, WrestleLost@gmail.com, WrestleLost on Facebook, and don't forget to give us a follow here on Twitch and over on our YouTube page. And once again, Zach, we appreciate you being here, and thanks for the subs again, bro.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, hopefully everybody enjoys the rest of this Collision CM Punk match.
And Battle of the Belts.
And Battle of the Belts coming up directly afterwards.
Yeah.
It's still a long night. But
also, again, just a reminder, if you want to see night 2 of the G1 for free, 1 a.m. Eastern, njpwworld.com.
Yeah. So like always, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and see y'all next week.
See you next week.